right now on Fox 35 News.
New right now at 10:30, part 2 of Fox 35's exclusive interview with an alternate juror in the George Zimmerman murder trial.
Yeah, he was the only man on that jury, but of course, since he was an alternate, he was kept out of the jury deliberations. Fox 35 Valerie Boyd joining us once again with more. Valerie?
Ryan, E54 says when he was told he was an alternate, he hid at home and watched the verdict on TV, but wished he could have been there with the other jurors to support them. He says being the only man on the jury was interesting. When you heard the verdict, what was going through your mind and how did it make you feel?
Well, what went through my mind was, my first impression was that I thought that it was an accurate verdict. And the next thing that went through my mind was how hard I know that the ladies worked to reach that verdict, and you know, that they were proud of them for looking at the evidence and doing what they had to do to come up with the verdict. And
what was your reaction when you found out that you were an alternate?
Disappointed. I had a feeling it might have been an alternate, but because of where I was sitting. But I would have liked to have been in the room with the other 5 ladies and had a chance to talk about it. And you know, you couldn't talk about it the whole time we were together, and it would have been a great time to be able to sit down and get their thoughts and what did they see, what did I see, you know, to compare and deliberate. And I wish I had an opportunity, but.
In the very beginning, when I watch, it seems as though you were tired, but then as days went on, your energy picked up.
I was tired the first day, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it was the opening statements. But I really focused on the witnesses, the questionings. And I really wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything. You know, that was you know, that could have made a difference between which way the verdict went. You know, it's just the energy picks up when as the trial's going on. So at the end of the week, still got a little bit draining, but.
Did you ever get bored, lose your focus?
No, there was just too much going on there to do that. I could have never got bored with that.
What did you do when you were excused?
Immediately after, I went home and kissed my wife, and then sat down and watched the trial until it was over. I wanted to be there the whole time while they were deliberating and be there for them, and just watched it. So. And
what did you think of all the coverage and after that too?
Expect it. You know, it was a big national event, and didn't surprise me one bit all the coverage that was there. You know, it's interesting. You just don't. But when you're in the jury, though, you're not exposed to any of that. You didn't see any of that. There was no feeling at all what was going on out there, until I got out, until I walked out and got home and saw it on TV.
And what did you think of the 6 women on the jury?
I'm proud as heck of those six women. I'm proud of the other two that I served with. You know, I'd do anything for them. They're like sisters to me, and. You know, I have all respect in the role for them.
So did they argue with each other? I mean, you got ladies together. You
know, I was surprised. There really wasn't any argument. There was a lot of camaraderie you know, while we were together. And, you know, might have been some things, maybe a little bit here and there, but you know, nothing. There was no really bickering and no arguing going on.
And were there ever times where you guys were just drained and said, "I can't do this anymore," and you picked each other up?
No. I think I say no. We never got the sense that anybody was drained and couldn't do it. But I think we always knew that everybody was there to pick you up if anything did happen. But I don't think I saw anybody feel that way.
I felt that you had a presence up there almost as the protector. Tell me about that.
Well, you know, it's, I guess maybe because I was the big guy, you know. I was not only the only guy too, but, you know, they're ladies to me, and I don't want anything to happen to them. You know, it's just the way I am. You know, so, you know, yeah, I would look out for them any way I had to.
What was it like to be sequestered, especially with the family?
It was tough being away from your family. The good thing with it was the way that they handled it with visits. We were able to have visits every Sunday, and when we had 4th of July off, we got a visit on that day as well.
What's your thoughts on Al Sharpton wanting to get rid of the Stand Your Ground law and people wanting to boycott Florida now?
You know, I just don't understand that. You know, actually, I didn't. It's the first I've heard about Al Sharpton wanting to
Stand Your Ground law.
Stand Your Ground law. You know, we didn't do anything wrong. You know, the jury did what they were asked to do, and that was to interpret the law that they were given, and review the evidence, and make a decision based on that. They did everything they're asked to do and they're supposed to do, and I don't understand that. You know, and stand your ground. To me, I don't think stand your ground was an issue in this case. It was justifiable use of deadly force, but I don't think it's the same thing.
And coming up at 11, E54 talks about that controversial knock-knock joke made by defense attorney Don West. Reporting to you live in the studio, Valerie Boy, Fox 35 News.